He is now Scottish. Yeah!
So I'm trying to introduce myself to as many people as possible here tonight, but there's a hell of a lot of you. So for those that don't know me, my name is Andrew. I'm your best man extraordinaire this evening. This is actually my second time being a best man. The first time was for my good friend Nick over there. So I'm starting to think I should really charge for these appearances. 20 minutes, sorry, you're gonna get an invoice in the mail. So I went for a quick outfit change tonight, but obviously I'm not the best one wearing a dress tonight. Can we please give it up for how beautiful Tony's is? Tony, you look okay too. So I originally met Tony in middle school. We were actually introduced by one of my other fellow groomsmen, David, over there. The first time we ever hung out, we went to play a game of laser tag together. And one of the first questions that Tony ever asked me was what my favorite video game was. So from then on out, if you know anything about me and Tony, we love video games. So after that, I knew we'd be really good friends. So we originally bonded over our passion of video games. We had a second passion that we bonded over for many, many years. And that was our love of professional wrestling. Two 14-year-old kids who were much more interested in watching WWF Monday Night Raw and playing Nintendo than hanging out with any girls. And people sometimes laugh, but I actually have really good memories of watching wrestling with Tony. You know, we would watch all the pay-per-views together, we would watch all the TV shows, we would even, you know, suplex each other into the swimming pool. But who knew that all those years of watching Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, or Tony's favorite, Lionheart, Chris Jericho, who knew that those would turn into such good memories? Which is why I was thrilled a few weeks ago to be able to take Tony to the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Definitely a very special memory for the both of us that we'll hold for a long time. Melina, you don't know it yet, but I'm actually going to start coming over every Monday night now to watch wrestling with you guys. However, if Tony puts on a Speedo or a pair of tights, I'm out of there. Whatever you guys want to do in your free time, that's fine. So jokes aside, no really, jokes aside, your jokes are terrible, man. If you've ever been around Tony, you've no doubt picked up on his cringe-worthy sense of humor. You shouldn't clap for that. In our group of friends, we actually refer to any bad joke as a Tony joke. So let me tell you what Tony joke is. A Tony joke is the kind of joke that you feel dirty for laughing at. A Tony joke usually elicits a response, something along the lines of, "Oh my God." So Tony jokes aside, this has actually been a kind of a difficult speech for me to write. Not because I don't have any embarrassing stories to tell about Tony, because believe me, there's plenty of those. But when you write a best man speech, you have to walk that fine line of being funny but being appropriate. You know, being entertaining, not dull and boring. You know, making fun of the groom while still being genuine. And when it comes to my best friend on his wedding day, it's very difficult for me to be anything other than genuine with you all. I've actually never been a fan of the term best friend. As far as I'm concerned, I have a room full of best friends with me tonight. But there's really just no other way you can describe Tony and I's relationship. I'm very blessed, very lucky to have met him. He's been there for me personally through every single up and down, not only in my life, but my entire family's life. And not to mention, I don't know what it is, Virgil, Clarice, Lexi, Janelle, and Jabbar, you married in, so you're part of this. They've been a huge, huge pillar of support for me over the years, and it's something that I never ever take for granted. So Tony's been there for me through thick and thin, and at times has given me brutally honest advice, usually about girls, not that I ever listened. But looking back, it's the only type of advice you can hope to receive from a best friend or a close friend or a family member. So speaking of family, I reached out to a few people today, and I'm just going to do a quick reading for you. This is a poem, and this is from Aunt Bonnie and EJ. So they say, "Words are just not quite enough today. When your love will light the way, To a wedding filled with joy, never ending, the warmest wishes that we are sending. Love always, Aunt Bonnie and EJ. So there's actually a few people missing here tonight. For those that don't know, my Uncle Jerry went through heart surgery a couple weeks ago, and he's fine, he's doing great, he's awesome. But unfortunately, my parents couldn't be here this evening. They had to go out to Los Angeles to help him through the healing process. So they very much wanted to be here tonight. So what I'm going to do right now is play a quick video of some family that wanted to wish their best to you. You didn't show me what you did. No.
Hi Tony, I'm Elena. Well, who would have thought that we're shooting this short movie in Hollywood? Well, I think that's pretty appropriate. Do you not think? It is for two stars who are going through their wedding today. I really hope it's a fun day. It's a fun day to be enjoyed. Trish and I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed our day. And of course, the future brings even more happiness. I wish you all the best in the future. And I really look forward to seeing the pictures and seeing hopefully some video clips. Have a great time.
Hello Tony and Melina. Well, who thought our plans would change so drastically and we would end up on the East Coast in Hollywood? However, we are very glad to have the opportunity to send our love and best wishes to the bride. I'm sure Melina, you will be a stunning bride, and Tony, you will be an extremely handsome groom. However, I think the best man might just be a little bit more handsome. Lots of love to both of you, and I look forward to seeing you on our return. Have fun.
Hi Tony and Melina, it's Jerry here. Just calling to wish you the best on your big day. I'm sorry that Harry and Trish have to be down here looking after me, but I'm wishing you all the best in your future and best wishes, husband and wife.
Hi guys, sorry I couldn't be there, but congratulations and lots of love from Stuart.
Oh, hey there, Tony and Melina. How are you? I don't know if you know this, he has this friend. His name's Andrew. Oh, well, I'm sorry. There's probably the people there who have no idea. They lead real lives. I have no idea.
Wait, are they playing this at the weddings? I think
I thought they're playing this at the. Yeah, they're playing this right.
I hope so. We really should have put suits on then. No, if that's the case. I feel bad. I mean, at least I'll put shoes on. Are you wearing shoes?
I'm pretty sure this is his best man. You're taking it off for this. So okay. Now you creep Grandma out. Just
Are you intimidated? Or maybe Grandma, are you intimidated? Or maybe Grandma's like, this is the first time I felt something in years. Who's that? Who's that? Because to her, you're a little boy. Right. With your shirt running around with your shirt off. You look great. You're sexy.
So to be clear.
Okay.
We are youtube.com/kindoffunny. We are in this comedy and video game thing on the internet. Go to kindoffunny.com. This is currently being played as an end cap to the best man speech. In front of his entire family, her entire family. Now here's what I want to say. Tony, I'm sure your entire family, head wrapped around video games. They get it, you get us, it's all goofy and fun. You probably told them you watch some stupid guys in the I'd like to just talk to Melina's family now. I'm sorry. I don't want this to reflect badly on Tony, that he invests all his time and money into watching the content we put out, which includes Let's Plays and comedy videos and podcasts and all sorts of stuff. He's probably making good decisions in every other aspect of his life.
You gotta have like Melina.
Melina's great, yeah, great choice. And obviously his friendship with Andrew.
Yes.
Who, by the way, his Twitter handle is @IamToneDeaf. Spelled like you're tone deaf.
Really?
Yeah.
Could it be?
I don't think he's tone deaf.
He's not.
Okay.
He's not the tone deaf.
Yeah, he's not.
Maybe he physically is tone deaf though. Interesting.
That's sad.
Nick, how match people's pitches? Nick, how muscular do you look right now? Let me look at the confidence monitor. You look fantastic. I look a little. I feel like a little. It's a little like the first 30 minutes of caffeine. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Welcome. You look great. You got great skin. I've often said this about you: is that you have the skin of a goddess. Thank you. Thank you. Alabaster skin. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? What does alabaster mean? Usually I know what the word means. I thought it was a place in Texas.
It's like
not a place in Texas. This is what happens, guys. If you
This is what you ask for, this is what you get.
And this is the point where the DJ just slowly turns the audio down.
Backing away.
They're just like, someone's like, thank God the chocolate fountain's here, because otherwise I got nothing to look forward to at this wedding.
Tony and Melina, we're kind of funny. Thank you, Tony, for thinking about us. Thank you, Andrew, for setting this up. We wish you nothing but the best for the rest of your lives.
Yes, many congratulations.
Like, subscribe, share.
I'm sure like 75% of the people in the room have no clue what just happened. But just ask me after this, I'll explain it all to you. So to kind of close up here, one of the things that I've always admired about Tony is his ability to make spontaneous decisions. He definitely taught me over the years that sometimes you just have to take a chance in life. And I'll never forget when Tony and Melina first met. He called me and he said that he was giddy with excitement, that kind of nervousness and exhilaration that can only come from meeting a girl that just blows you away. And he calls me and he says he wants to go visit this girl in New York that he met less than 24 hours ago. I gotta admit, I thought it was crazy. But I think everybody's been in that situation or a time in your life where everyone's telling you not to do something. Sometimes you just have to say screw it and do it anyway. Sometimes you just have to listen to your heart, whether it defies all logic or standards. Sometimes you just have to grab onto life and go for it. Whether it be a job, whether it be deciding to backpack around Europe by yourself, or like in Tony's case, maybe simply flying to New York to see about a girl. So I guess that's kind of the theme of my speech, if there is a theme, is that, take a chance. If there's something in your life that you haven't done yet and you want to, take a chance, because you just never know how it can work out. You may end up, getting that job. You might ask a girl out and she ends up being the love of your life, like in Tony's case. So to kind of close up here, I just want to say a few words. I'm going to say one quote from another one of Tony and I's favorite video game developers, commentators, editors, whatever. So if you could all be upstanding, please, with a drink in your hand. A few small words, in words of Powerhouse Ryan Clements, Tony. Have fun, live life a little bit, you'll enjoy it. Tony, you will be my best friend till the end of the days. I wish you guys both the hell of happiness in the world. Melina, you look beautiful tonight. Thank you for making my best friend so happy. I wish you all the best. Cheers. Cheers!